Childbirth is painful. It's an emergency, and it is something that we need to fear. You're lucky to get out of it alive. This you have probably been told in one way or another. And the truth is, an increasing amount of women are experiencing birth trauma. But it doesn't have to be this way. My name is Lovisa Dahl, and I'm an orgasmic birth practitioner and a birth preparation mentor. And I want to throw you right into the very last part of my own third birth. So, we are at home, it's late night, the room is dark, and there are only a couple of candles lit on the birth altar. In the air, there's a wonderful scent of Palo Santo. And I'm standing on my knees in front of the bed with my husband behind me. So he's caressing my breasts, stimulating my nipples, and I am stimulating my clitoris. As the next contraction, or how I prefer to call them, birth wave approaches, I'm moaning, yes, and meeting the intensity of that wave with my pleasure and rubbing my clitoris even more. What happens next is that a sudden rush of orgasm travels through my body. A few minutes later, the fetal ejection reflex kicks in. This is a reflex that naturally pushes the baby out. So, here I am, leaning down to catch my baby as he emerges from my yoni, from my vagina, and that's when I have a second orgasm. It is a female ejaculation. And this liquid, in Sanskrit, it's called Amrit. It means the nectar of immortality. So my baby's being born in this nectar, and I lift him up to my heart in full pleasure and ecstatic joy. I'm going to share a secret with you that is long, long, long forgotten. Birth is sexual. It is the climax of conception. Think about it. We give birth with our sexual organ. The baby passes through the cervix, touches the G-zone, and all around is the clitoral complex. Because the clitoris is not that little pearl only. She is a body of her own with legs and bulbs. So the baby is being embraced by all of these orgasmic zones. So now the question is not, how can a woman have an orgasm when giving birth? The question is, why is not every single woman aware of the potential for pleasurable birth? Here's an interesting fact. In our brain, there are certain regions that process both pleasure and pain. These two experiences, they can influence each other. Scientific evidence shows that focusing on pleasurable sensations can help reduce the perception of pain by shifting the brain's focus. That means pleasure can help push pain to the background. I believe that the original plan was for babies to be born in pleasure and love. Why? Because the moment when a baby is born is when a woman can experience the highest levels of oxytocin in her life. This is crucial. Oxytocin is also known as the love hormone. And research shows that it can act as a natural pain reliever. Oxytocin also helps uterine contractions during labor. It supports milk production for breastfeeding, and most importantly, it can contribute to bonding between mom and baby. Now guess, what skyrockets oxytocin? orgasm. So maybe we were given our ability to perceive pleasure, not only for the sake of wanting to create babies, but equally much to birth them in optimal conditions. Oxytocin love high. So, was I lucky to have an orgasmic birth? No, I was well informed and well prepared, and this empowerment and embodiment is exactly what I guide pregnant women to. When I first heard of physical orgasms and ecstatic states in birth, I thought it was fascinating and possibly something someone else could experience, but not me. Yet there was this little voice saying, "What if?" And it made me embark on a journey of exploration, diving deep into embodiment, pleasure, visualization, relaxation, and surrender. Little did I know that these 5 would form the foundation of love birth, the birth preparation technique that I'm now sharing with women across the world. Female sexuality has been suppressed and shamed for years. Oh, I'm sorry, for centuries, of course. Reclaiming our sexuality as sacred includes reclaiming childbirth as a sexual experience, and if one wants, implementing pleasure measures for smoother delivery. It is an act of empowerment and an important step for equality. Every woman's birth journey is unique, and orgasmic birth is found on a spectrum of experiences. But here's the thing. We need to lift the veil of taboo around birth and speak about it in all its colors. The healing, the traumatic, the ecstatic. I'm sharing my experience and what I've learned to empower you to find your own path. Always speak to your care provider, but don't be afraid to envision and prepare for the birth you desire. I believe that when we actively support women in creating a loving and deeply connected relationship with their bodies and a birth environment that is like an ocean of love, when women understand how to wield their sensuality, their sexuality, and lean into pleasure, we have the power to change the current birth paradigm from one of fear into one of love. Thank you.